Welcome to US Coins Hub, where history meets hidden value. Today, we uncover a rare piece of American heritage, a coin that tells a story, holds mystery, and could be worth far more than its face value. So slow down, listen closely, and step into the timeless world of rare and valuable US coins. Let's dive into today's video. Top 1 today, we're exploring one of the most famous modern coins in American circulation, a coin that sparked excitement across the country when it was first released. It is the 2000 Massachusetts State Quarter, part of a historic series that changed coin collecting forever. At the end of the 1990s, the United States Mint launched an ambitious program known as the 50 State Quarters Program. The goal was simple but powerful: create a unique quarter for every state in the United States, each featuring symbols and history that represent that state. The program quickly became one of the most successful coin series in American history, inspiring millions of people to start collecting coins. One of the earliest coins in this series honored the historic state of Massachusetts. Released in the year 2000, the Massachusetts State Quarter celebrated the state's deep role in American history. The design features the famous Minuteman statue, standing proudly with a musket in hand. This statue represents the citizen soldiers who were ready at a moment's notice during the American Revolution. Behind the Minuteman appears the outline of the state itself, reminding collectors of the important events that took place there. Massachusetts is known as the birthplace of the American Revolution, with historic moments like the battles of Lexington and Concord shaping the future of the nation. Because of this powerful symbolism, the coin quickly became one of the most popular quarters in the entire State Quarter series. When millions of these coins entered circulation, people everywhere began searching their change to collect each state design. Children, families, and serious collectors all joined the hunt. Although many Massachusetts quarters were produced, collectors soon realized that some examples were far more desirable than others. One of the most important factors that affects the value of any coin is its condition. Most quarters spend years moving through pockets, wallets, and cash registers. Over time, this constant handling causes scratches, dull surfaces, and worn details. But occasionally a coin survives in brilliant condition with strong luster and sharp design features. These high-grade coins are much harder to find and attract the attention of collectors. Another reason some Massachusetts State Quarters stand out is the possibility of minting errors. Error coins are fascinating because they reveal unexpected moments in the minting process. Instead of being destroyed, a few mistake coins escape into circulation, creating rare and unusual varieties that collectors love to discover. One type of error that collectors look for is a doubled die. This occurs when the design on the die is impressed twice at slightly different angles before the coin is struck. The result can create visible doubling in letters or parts of the design. When collectors notice this effect on the inscriptions or details of the Minuteman figure, it can make the coin especially interesting. Another rare feature that sometimes appears is an off-center strike. In this case, the blank coin was not perfectly positioned when it was struck by the minting press. The design ends up shifted to one side, leaving a blank curved area along the edge of the coin. These coins are easy to recognize and highly collectible because they clearly show the minting error. There are also cases where coins are struck on unusual planchets or show die cracks across the surface. These small imperfections may seem strange at first, but to collectors they represent a unique piece of minting history. Each error tells a story about what happened during the moment the coin was created. Serious collectors often examine state quarters carefully using magnifying tools and bright lighting. Tiny differences in detail can reveal whether a coin is common or something far more special. The excitement of discovering a rare variety among everyday change is what keeps collectors searching year after year. The Massachusetts State Quarter from 2000 continues to hold a special place in the hearts of coin enthusiasts because it represents both modern coin collecting and a powerful piece of American history. From the proud Minuteman design to the stories of the American Revolution, this coin connects the present with the past in a fascinating way. Now comes the moment that makes treasure hunters pay very close attention. While most of these quarters are worth only their face value, certain rare examples with extraordinary condition or unusual mint errors have attracted significant attention in the collector market. One exceptional example of this coin has reached an astonishing value of $86,000. Just imagine that for a moment. A simple quarter that once bought a small item at a store could become a remarkable collectible worth a small fortune. That possibility is what makes coin collecting so exciting. So the next time you receive a quarter in your change, take a closer look before spending it. Study the design, check the details, and see if anything unusual stands out. You never know when a small piece of metal might turn out to be a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Top 2, we are taking a close look at a fascinating coin from modern American currency that many people may already have seen but rarely examine carefully. This is the remarkable 2003 Arkansas State Quarter. In the late 1990s, the United States Mint began one of the most popular coin programs ever created, the 50 State Quarters program. This historic series celebrated every state in the United States, releasing a new design each year that honored the culture, history, and identity of each state. The program captured the imagination of millions of people. Suddenly, everyday pocket change became something exciting to collect. In 2003, the spotlight turned to the beautiful state of Arkansas. Known as the natural state, Arkansas is famous for its forests, mountains, rivers, and rich natural resources. The design chosen for the quarter reflects the state's natural beauty and heritage. On the reverse side of the coin, collectors can see a graceful mallard duck flying above water, a symbol of the state's wildlife and wetlands. Beside the duck appears a blooming apple blossom, which represents Arkansas agriculture and is the official state flower. The design also includes rice stalks, representing one of the most important crops grown in the region. Arkansas produces a large portion of the rice grown in the United States, and the inclusion of these stalks highlights the state's agricultural strength. Together, the duck, apple blossom, and rice create a design that tells the story of Arkansas in a single image. When the Arkansas State Quarter was first released in 2003, millions of them quickly entered circulation. People across the country began searching their change, trying to collect every state design. Families, children, and serious collectors all joined the excitement. Although many of these quarters were produced, collectors soon realized that some examples could become far more interesting than others. One of the biggest factors that determines a coin's value is its condition. Most coins travel through years of circulation, rubbing against other coins and surfaces. Over time, they develop scratches, worn details, and dull color. But occasionally, a coin survives in remarkable condition, with bright mint luster and sharp details that look almost untouched. These high-grade coins are much harder to find and are highly valued by collectors. Another reason certain Arkansas State Quarters stand out is the presence of minting errors. Error coins are fascinating because they are accidental creations of the minting process. Instead of being caught and removed, a few mistake coins escape into circulation, creating unique varieties that collectors love to discover. One possible error is the double die effect. This happens when the design on the die receives multiple impressions at slightly different angles before coins are struck. When this occurs, some letters or parts of the design can appear doubled. If collectors spot doubling on the inscriptions or details of the design, it immediately attracts attention. Another error collectors look for is an off-center strike. This occurs when the blank coin is not perfectly aligned during the striking process. The design ends up shifted to one side, leaving a blank curved area on the edge. These coins look unusual, but collectors appreciate them because they clearly show the minting process gone slightly wrong. Some coins may also display die cracks, where small lines appear across the surface due to stress in the die used to strike the coin. Others may be struck on clipped planchets, where part of the metal blank was missing before the coin was struck. Each of these minting quirks creates a unique collectible that tells a story about the moment the coin was made. Serious coin enthusiasts often examine their coins under bright light or magnification, searching for these tiny differences. A coin that looks ordinary to most people might actually contain rare details that collectors are eager to find. This sense of discovery is what makes coin collecting such an exciting hobby. The Arkansas State Quarter from 2003 represents more than just a piece of currency. It celebrates the natural beauty of the state while also being part of one of the most beloved coin programs in American history. For collectors, it is both a historical keepsake and a potential treasure waiting to be discovered. And now we arrive at the moment that makes coin hunters listen very carefully. While the majority of Arkansas state quarters are worth only their face value, certain rare examples with exceptional condition or unusual minting errors have attracted remarkable attention from collectors. In fact, one extraordinary example connected with this coin has been valued at an incredible $83,000. Just imagine finding something like that among the coins in your pocket or an old collection at home. It's a powerful reminder that even a simple quarter can sometimes hold an amazing story and an astonishing value to the next time you receive change. Take a moment to examine your coins before spending them. Look closely at the design, check the details, and watch for anything unusual. You might discover a coin that collectors around the world would love to have. Top 3, we're exploring a fascinating modern American coin that has caught the attention of collectors and treasure hunters alike. This is the remarkable 2005 Kansas State Quarter. During the late 1990s and early 2000s, the United States Mint introduced one of the most popular coin programs ever created, the 50 State Quarters program. The idea behind the program was simple but brilliant. Each state in the United States would receive its own unique quarter design, celebrating its history, culture, and natural beauty. The program quickly captured the attention of millions of people, turning everyday pocket change into an exciting national treasure hunt. In 2005, the spotlight turned to the state of Kansas, a place known for its vast plains, agricultural strength, and unique wildlife. The design chosen for the Kansas quarter beautifully reflects the state's natural identity. On the reverse side of the coin, collectors can see a powerful American bison standing proudly on the prairie. The bison is one of the most iconic animals in North American history and represents the wild spirit of the Great Plains. Beside the bison appears a delicate sunflower, which is the official state flower of Kansas. The sunflower symbolizes the state's agricultural heritage and is so important to the region that Kansas is often called the Sunflower State. The simple yet powerful combination of the bison and sunflower creates a design that perfectly captures the character of Kansas. When the Kansas State Quarter entered circulation in 2005, millions of people across the country began searching their change to collect it. Families, students, and serious collectors all joined the excitement of the State Quarter series. Even though millions of these coins were produced, collectors soon realized that certain examples could be far more interesting than others. One of the most important factors that affects a coin's value is its condition. Many quarters spend years traveling through wallets, cash registers, and vending machines. As a result, the surfaces often become scratched or worn, and the details of the design begin to fade. But occasionally a coin survives in remarkable condition, with bright mint luster and sharp design features that look almost brand new. These high-grade coins are much harder to find and attract strong interest from collectors. Another reason the Kansas State Quarter has become particularly interesting is the possibility of minting errors. Error coins occur when something unusual happens during the minting process. Instead of being caught and removed, a few mistake coins escape into circulation, creating rare varieties that collectors love to hunt for. One well-known error collectors search for on the Kansas Quarter involves the word Kansas itself. Because of a grease-filled dye during minting, some coins were struck with a missing or weakened letter in the state name. This unusual appearance instantly made those coins famous among collectors because they show a clear and fascinating minting mistake. Another type of error collectors sometimes find is a doubled die. This happens when the die used to strike the coin receives the design impression more than once at slightly different angles. The result can create visible doubling on letters or parts of the design, making the coin stand out from normal examples. Collectors also look for off-center strikes, where the coin blank was not perfectly aligned during the striking process. When this happens, the design appears shifted to one side, leaving a blank curved area along the edge of the coin. While this may look unusual, collectors find these coins extremely interesting because they clearly reveal the minting process in action. Other minting irregularities can include die cracks across the surface or coins struck on clipped planchets where a portion of the metal blank was missing before the strike occurred. Each of these variations transforms an ordinary quarter into a fascinating collectible. Because of these possibilities, coin enthusiasts often inspect their coins carefully under bright light or magnification. What looks like a normal coin at first glance might actually hold a rare detail that makes it special. That sense of discovery is what keeps collectors searching through jars of coins, bank rolls, and old collections. The Kansas State Quarter from 2005 represents more than just a piece of currency. It celebrates the wildlife, agriculture, and identity of the state, while also being part of one of the most beloved coin programs in American history. For collectors, it is both a historical symbol and a potential hidden treasure. And now we come to the moment that makes every coin hunter pay close attention. While most Kansas State quarters remain worth only their face value, certain rare examples with extraordinary condition or unusual minting errors have gained remarkable attention among collectors. One exceptional example connected with this coin has reached an astonishing value of $80,000. Just imagine discovering something like that in your spare change. A simple quarter that once paid for a small purchase could turn out to be an incredible collectible. So the next time you receive a quarter, take a moment to look at it carefully before spending it. Study the design, check the lettering, and watch for anything unusual. You might just uncover a coin that collectors everywhere would be excited to own. We're going to explore a fascinating coin that represents a beautiful island in the Pacific and has captured the attention of coin enthusiasts everywhere. This is the unique 2009 Guam quarter. In 2009, the United States Mint launched an exciting continuation of the famous state quarter series called the District of Columbia and U.S. Territories Quarters Program. This special program honored several American territories along with Washington, D.C., giving each one its own distinctive quarter design. These coins allowed people across the United States to learn about places that many had never visited, but that play an important role in the nation's story. One of the most beautiful coins in this program celebrates the Pacific Island territory of Guam. Guam is known for its stunning beaches, tropical forests, and vibrant island culture. The design on the reverse side of the coin captures this beauty in a powerful way. At the center of the design is an ancient stone structure called a latte stone, which represents the traditional architecture of the island's early Chamorro people. Beside the latte stone, the design shows a flying prow canoe moving across the water. The prow is a traditional sailing vessel used by the island's skilled navigators for centuries. Above the scene appears the phrase, "Where America's Day Begins," a tribute to Guam's position in the Pacific where the sunrise reaches the United States first each day. When the Guam quarter entered circulation in 2009, it quickly became an exciting addition for collectors who had already been gathering the earlier state quarters. Millions of these coins were released, and people everywhere started searching their change to find one. Children, families, and serious collectors all joined the hunt, hoping to complete their sets. Even though many Guam quarters were produced, collectors soon discovered that some examples are far more desirable than others. One of the most important factors in determining value is the condition of the coin. Most coins travel through years of circulation, rubbing against other coins and surfaces. Over time, they develop scratches, worn edges, and faded details. However, occasionally a coin survives in extraordinary condition with brilliant luster and sharp design details. When the latte stone, canoe, and lettering appear crisp and clean, collectors become very interested. High-grade coins like these are much harder to find because most examples were used in everyday transactions. Another reason certain Guam quarters stand out is the possibility of minting errors. Error coins are especially exciting because they show moments when the minting process did not go exactly as planned. Instead of being caught and removed, a few mistake coins escape into circulation, creating rare collectibles. One type of mint error collectors watch for is a doubled die. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin receives the design impression more than once at slightly different angles. The result can cause parts of the design or lettering to appear doubled. When collectors notice this effect on inscriptions or design elements, it can make the coin much more interesting. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike. This happens when the blank coin was not perfectly positioned when it was struck by the minting press. The design ends up shifted toward one side, leaving a blank curved area along the edge of the coin. These coins are easy to recognize and are highly collectible because they clearly show the minting process at work. Collectors also keep an eye out for die cracks, clipped planchets, or unusual metal flow patterns on the surface of the coin. While these features may appear strange at first, they are actually prized by collectors because they represent rare variations created during production. The thrill of coin collecting often comes from carefully examining coins and noticing details that most people overlook. A quarter that once paid for a small purchase might turn out to be a rare variety with a fascinating story behind it. That possibility is what makes the hobby so exciting. The Guam quarter from 2009 is more than just a piece of currency. It celebrates the culture, navigation traditions, and history of a unique Pacific island while also being part of an important modern coin series. For collectors, it represents both artistic design and the excitement of discovery. And now comes the moment that makes coin hunters pay very close attention. While most Guam quarters remain worth only their face value, certain rare examples with exceptional condition or unusual mint errors have captured the interest of serious collectors. One extraordinary example connected with this coin has been valued at an incredible $78,000. Just imagine finding something like that among the coins in your pocket or an old jar at home. It proves that sometimes the smallest pieces of metal can hold the most surprising treasures. The next time you receive a quarter in your change, take a moment to examine it before spending it. Look closely at the design, study the details, and watch for anything unusual. You might discover a hidden gem that collectors around the world would love to own. Top 5. We're diving into a fascinating piece of American currency that has captured the attention of coin enthusiasts everywhere. This is the remarkable 2016 Shawnee State Quarter, a coin that's not just money, but a story waiting to be discovered. The United States Mint has long celebrated the unique history and culture of America through its coin programs, from the classic state quarters to more recent series honoring national parks and significant sites. The Shawnee Quarter, released in 2016, is part of this effort to capture history and heritage in coin form. Unlike the earlier state quarters, which represented U.S. states and territories, this series focuses on Native American heritage and key landmarks, making each coin historically and culturally significant. The Shawnee Quarter beautifully celebrates the Shawnee Nation, one of the most influential Native American tribes in U.S. history. On the reverse side, the coin depicts a dynamic and detailed scene highlighting Shawnee culture and traditions. In the foreground, you'll notice a proud figure in traditional attire, representing the strength and resilience of the Shawnee people. Behind this figure, subtle imagery reflects the natural landscapes of their ancestral lands, tying together history, identity, and art in one elegant design. From the moment it was released, collectors were drawn to the Shawnee Quarter. Its intricate design, cultural significance, and limited production made it an exciting addition to any collection. While millions of these coins were minted, not all of them survived in pristine condition. For collectors, condition is everything. Coins that have spent decades in circulation often show wear, scratches, and dulling of details. But occasionally, a coin survives almost untouched, with brilliant surfaces, sharp design features, and clear lettering. An uncirculated coin that looks like it just left the mint. Another aspect that makes the Shawnee Quarter especially interesting to collectors is the possibility of minting errors. Error coins are fascinating because they reveal unexpected moments during production. While the mint works with incredible precision, sometimes mistakes occur, and a few coins escape with these rare characteristics. One type of error collectors look for is the doubled die. This happens when the die used to strike the coin impresses the design more than once at slightly different angles, creating a visible doubling effect on letters or parts of the design. A doubled die on a Shawnee Quarter could make a coin far more valuable than a standard strike. Off-center strikes are another rare and collectible error. These occur when the coin blank is misaligned during the striking process, causing the design to appear shifted to one side and leaving part of the coin blank. While it may seem like a mistake, collectors prize these coins because they are one-of-a-kind examples of the minting process. Other interesting errors include die cracks, clipped planchets, and unusual metal flow patterns. These subtle irregularities are fascinating because they make a coin unique, transforming a common piece of currency into a collectible treasure. Experienced collectors often examine coins under magnification and strong light to catch these details that most people would never notice. The 2016 Shawnee Quarter is more than just a coin. It represents the enduring legacy of the Shawnee Nation, highlights the artistry of modern coin design, and continues the tradition of connecting Americans with history through currency. For collectors, it offers the thrill of discovery, the joy of cultural appreciation, and the chance to own a rare and meaningful piece of history. Now comes the moment that makes collectors and coin enthusiasts sit up and take notice. While most Shawnee quarters remain worth their face value, certain rare examples, whether preserved in pristine condition or featuring unique minting errors, have achieved remarkable recognition. One extraordinary example of this coin has been valued at an astonishing $78,000. Just imagine that. A coin you might have thought of as ordinary holding such an incredible value. It's proof that history, artistry, and rarity can transform even the smallest coin into a treasure. So the next time you receive a quarter, take a moment to study it closely. Examine the details, check the lettering, and look for anything unusual. What seems like ordinary change might just hide a remarkable story and an extraordinary collectible. If you love exploring rare coins, discovering hidden treasures, and learning about the stories behind everyday currency, stay tuned for more fascinating journeys from the world of coin collecting. Happy hunting, and may your next find be something truly extraordinary.